Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since we last posted, and that's with good reason. I'm sure you've noticed in previous videos that Stump walks with a bad limp, and often you see him wearing a knee brace. Well, the day after our most recent post, he underwent total knee replacement surgery. He's still recovering, but he's doing very well. Of course, the knee surgery meant that we've been busy with doctor's appointments, rehab, and plenty of rest and healing. We're trying to ease back into our regular routine, and that means getting back on our YouTube again. Today, we're picking up where we left off in Canada. We'll be exploring a few different places. Please join us. We're Stump and I, and we'd love for you to come along. In our last video, we were in Niagara Falls. Today, we're headed further north into Toronto. We're here to visit some of Stump's friends, but before meeting up with them, we decided to explore a bit of downtown. We just happened to be in town during the World Series, so downtown was much busier than usual. Busloads of people were being brought in, and parking was definitely at a premium. All right, friends, we're standing here in front of the CNTower, one of the most iconic landmarks in all of Canada. Even though we didn't go inside today, you really don't have to. This thing is impressive just standing beneath it. The CNTower was completed in 1976, and for over 30 years, it held the title of the tallest freestanding structure in the world. It rises more than 1,800 feet into the Toronto skyline and was originally built as a communications tower, which is where the CN, Canadian National, comes from. Today, it's one of the most recognizable symbols of Toronto and a must-see stop, even if you're just admiring it from the outside like we are. And honestly, it's still pretty amazing. Stump and I, along with my sister, visited here about 25-ish years ago and went inside then. Here are a few photos from that trip. Just across the street is the Toronto Railway Museum, and this area has so much history tied directly to how this city grew. Back in the 1800s, railroads were absolutely essential to Toronto's development, moving people, goods, and industry across Canada. This site was once home to a massive rail yard and roundhouse where steam locomotives were serviced, repaired, and turned around for their next journey. Today, a lot of that history is preserved right here outdoors. You can walk among full-size historic locomotives, rail cars, and equipment, including the engines once used by Canadian National Railway and Canadian Pacific Railway. Even if you don't go inside the museum, the outdoor displays alone give you a real sense of the scale, power, and importance of rail travel in Canada's past. It's a great stop, especially with the CNTower towering just overhead. Old transportation history meeting the modern skyline. Continuing on through the area, there's honestly a lot to take in just walking around. You'll see sections of original tracks still embedded in the ground, plus a restored turntable that once rotated massive steam engines into the roundhouse bays, some now being used as restaurants and bars. Some of the locomotives are painted in their original historic colors, complete with old logos, numbering, and detailing that really shows how rail travel evolved over the decades. What makes this spot especially cool is how open and interactive it feels. You're not behind glass. You can get right up close, read the plaques, and really picture what this place would have sounded like when it was active. You'll also notice how the old rail infrastructure blends right into modern Toronto, with high-rise buildings and literally looming above it all. It's such a neat contrast of past and present. There are wide walking paths, open green spaces, and plenty of spots to stop, take photos, and just explore at your own pace. Whether you're into trains, history, or just unique urban spaces, this area is really fun and surprisingly peaceful for a stop right in the middle of downtown. And it's one of those places where you don't need a plan, just walk, look around, and let the history speak for itself. After walking around all that history, we definitely worked up an appetite, so we decided it was time for dinner. We headed over to Jack Astor's Bar and Grill, which is always a solid choice when you're looking for something casual, filling, and just plain good. Stump and I both went with burgers, and honestly, they hit the spot. Juicy, cooked just right, stacked high, and full of flavor. Exactly what you want after a full day of exploring. We paired them with a cold beer, sat back, and just soaked in the atmosphere. The place has a fun, energetic vibe without feeling rushed, and the service was friendly and on point. Sometimes it's not about fancy dining. It's about good food, good drinks, and good conversation after a long day. This was one of those meals that felt right. Great way to end the evening, refuel, and get ready for whatever exploring comes next. The next day was a big one for us. We had plans to attend a huge Halloween party later that night, but before all of that, one of Stump's good friends picked us up from the hotel and took us out to explore even more of Toronto. And honestly, seeing the city this way gave us a completely different perspective than just walking the tourist areas. We drove through some beautiful residential neighborhoods, and I loved how each area had its own personality. Tree-lined streets, historic homes, front porches decorated for Halloween, and that cozy fall vibe you only get this time of year. It felt very lived in and very local, which is something we always appreciate when we travel. From there, we headed back toward downtown, where the energy really shifts. You go from quiet neighborhoods to busy streets almost instantly. Even though the Halloween party itself was private and we won't be showing any of that footage, the day was still packed with great memories, good company, and more of Toronto's personality. It was one of those days where you're not just visiting a city, you're getting a feel for what it's like to actually live there. We stopped in at Astoria Shish Kebab House, and this was one of those meals that instantly sticks with you. From the moment the food hit the table, you could tell this place knows Greek cooking. The aromas alone were incredible. Everything tasted fresh, well seasoned, and made with care, not rushed, not overly fancy, just really solid, authentic food. The meats were tender and flavorful, the portions were generous, and everything paired perfectly with a warm pita and a classic Greek side. What really stood out was how comforting the meal felt. This is the kind of place where you sit back, take your time, and enjoy every bite. It wasn't just good food, it was the kind of meal that makes you quiet for a minute because you're too busy enjoying it. If you're in Toronto and craving Greek food that feels homemade and satisfying, this spot is absolutely worth checking out. Great flavors, great experience, and definitely a meal we'll remember.
Climb aboard that daylight flyer. Tip your cap and pay your fare. Track is winding ever higher.
After that wonderful meal, we headed out to a birthday celebration and then later on to the Halloween party. Our time in Toronto would come to an end the next day, but our northern adventure isn't over just yet. We're still heading to the New York side of Niagara Falls. We want to thank you all so much for watching and invite you to come along with us on our next adventure. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps support our channel. Don't forget to ring the bell so you'll be notified when our next video goes live. And if you'd like to support us even more, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/stumpanddie. Thanks for watching, friends, and until next time, keep exploring.